The longest standing and unbeaten record among many other athletic disciplines belongs to women's 800-meter track world record. Czech athlete Jarmila Kratochvílová ran the distance with a time 1 minute and 53 seconds 5 years ago. Since then, many generations of athletes tried to break it with the best time. The heroine of our program practices in the same category of the 800-meter distance. She lacks 5 seconds to set the world record, but she's confidently moving towards attaining her ultimate goal. Olha Liakhova, 2018 European Athletics Championships bronze medalist, is our guest in today's program. Zodiac sign: Pisces. Animal: koala bear. Eye color: green-brown. Favorite color: white. Favorite season: summer. Olha Liakhova was born in Rubizhna in the Luhansk Oblast in a sports family. Her mother Tatiana is a Ukrainian champion in 800-meter distance running. Her father Alexander, a boxing coach, and Aunt Lilia is a gymnastics coach. At the same time, her 8-year-old brother Nazar practices boxing and swimming. Olha liked to race with friends and has won in many such competitions since childhood. Actually, I always loved to run since my childhood and ran with my best friends around the house. We tried to see who was faster. I think this was the beginning of my athletic career. I remember that I always won the race. Then we changed the rule. They rode on bicycles and I had to run. Despite this, I always won. Then we competed who is stronger, who jumps farther, who is better, and I always won. Then I got used to the thrill of victory. When Olha was 6 years old, her family moved to Kremenchuk in the Poltava Oblast. Her career started there. With guidance of her aunt Lilia, she practiced gymnastics for a year. When her aunt moved to a different city, Olha refused to train with a different coach. Then her father suggested that she should train in boxing. I realized that it is not my cup of tea. Moreover, I have a weak nose. I had a fight with a boy when I was a child. He punched me in the nose and it bled from both nostrils. I lost any enthusiasm to fight. I said that I would be better off running because it is a more feminine type of sport. Her father took his 11-year-old daughter Olha to an athletic school to the coach Lydia Kramerova. After Olha showed her interest and her teachers insisted on it. At first, the girl practiced high jumping, then long jumping, and then tried running disciplines. She ran 100 meters, then 200 meters, and at least she reached the category of the 800-meter distance. Her mother's favorite distance became her favorite as well. My mother was running. I broke her record recently. She had the Poltava Oblast record, and I eventually managed to break it. Olha confesses that during her school years she was not serious about trainings and often skipped them to spend time with friends. Her inborn talent enabled her to win the competitions and constantly improve her results. Coaches told me, Olha, you can skip trainings, but show up at competitions and win them. So I trained hard to win. Yet in the 9th grade, I started to like practicing. I attended drills and treated them more professionally. Then one of the coaches, Vitaly Prihodko, who works here, noticed me. He's my first professional trainer.
Это мой первый профессиональный тренер такой.
Olha, move your arms and your legs should be loose like this. Apply less shoulder movement and more arms. Let's practice bending and swinging. Torso bending improves the functioning of the spine. And stretch the torso and abdominal oblique muscle. This improves the joints. Dynamic lunges are good for stretching the anterior and interior surface of the hip. They make the pace more loose and broad. We're doing the side lift, stretching of the calf muscles, the longest back muscle, the stretch and relaxation of lower back muscles and lats. One exercise we will do in a sitting position. Do you mean the crunch exercise? Yes, while sitting, one leg is held in such a position and we do a turn. We turn the torso and you can hold one knee with your hand. It stretches the lower back muscles and pelvis joint of the right leg. This exercise is taken from yoga. The pose of a plow and a lion. It strengthens the lower part and transverse metacarpal ligaments. Well done! This is called a candlestick. Olha Liakhova started to work with Vitaly Prihodko at the age of 16, when she moved to Kiev and enrolled in the Higher School of Physical Education. Athletics transitioned from a hobby to a professional career. She debuted and took 7th place in the 800 meters distance category at the World Youth Championship in 2009.
Это был самый большой успех для меня.
It was the greatest success for me to perform in such a large arena. I never saw so many athletes, staff and grandstands. Due to this, I felt such anticipation after the championship. I wanted to prove to myself that I can be better. I performed and I tried to achieve high results.
Себе, что я могу быть лучше. Я выступала. Я пыталась достичь успеха большего. Конечно, были моменты, которые...
Of course, there were difficult moments. After the youth championship, I had difficulties with the junior category. It was a failure, after which there was an upsurge, and I got better and better.
Но после начался подъем, и все лучше и лучше.
Olha experienced a breakthrough with the help of coach Konstantin Stepantsov. She won a silver medal at the European U23 Championships in the 800-meter distance and a silver medal at the European Championships relay race category in 2013. In collaboration with coaches Tomasz Lewandowski and Ivan Smorodsky, she earned a silver medal at the Taipei World University Games in the 800-meter distance in 2017. She also won a bronze at the European Athletics Championships in the same category in 2018.
Я бежала 3 круга. И у меня так получалось, что у меня очень быстрые забеги.
I ran 3 laps at the European Athletics Championships. It turned out that I ran fast races all within 2 minutes. My competitors were luckier. In each lap, I had to do my best and give it my all. A 2-minute result is good, and to enter the following laps, I had to run as fast as I can. I ran twice with a result of 2 minutes for the first time in my life, and realized this only when I reached the final. I knew that I have to repeat this time to win the highest prize places. I ran once again and took 3rd place at the European Championship. I'm astonished and very happy with my achievement.
Пробежала еще раз и попала была 3-я на чемпионате Европы. Но очень счастлива, довольна.
Sports goals. Winning Olympic Games, World and European Championships. Lifetime dream. To become a successful and decent person. Love. Love is looking in the same direction and achieving goals together. Happiness. Happiness means to love and be loved. Every sportsperson has their favorite arena, and so does Olha Liakhova. It is the stadium in the Italian city Rieti. She set 2 personal records in the 800-meter distance, the last one in 2015 with a time of 1:58.64. However, the major association with the city is love. The young lady found personal happiness with Yevhen. I arrived at the World Challenge competition and Yevhen worked in a hotel as a translator. He received athletes, and when he met me, he simply liked me. We started to communicate, but a bit later.
Просто понравилось, мы начали разговаривать потом со временем.
At first, I didn't notice him, but then something changed, and our friendship grew stronger. She's beautiful, and I liked her instantly. She's a very humble person. I showed my affection for her, but at first she ignored it. After her successful performance at a competition, where she came in 1st place in 2 minutes, she was thrilled. So then we got the opportunity to get to know each other better, and we started communicating at a banquet.
Потом я приехала через 10 дней в Италию, и Женя ко мне.
I arrived to Italy after 10 days, and Yevhen came to visit me. That was when we started our relationship. Since then, Yevhen is always close to me, and we're constantly together. He supports me at meetings. He helps me as a sparring partner, as my best friend, like a brother and my future husband.
Друг и будущий муж, и в общем все вместе. И брат.
Yevhen is an athlete as well. His category is running long distances from 1,500 meters to 10,000 meters. He combines sports and work in the telecommunication industry. Often Yevhen and Olha train together regardless of the fact that their categories are different. We have different crosses and sections, but she adjusts and we practice specific distances. For instance, we run 400 meters and she runs 300 meters, or we run 600 meters and she accomplishes 400 meters. In such a way, we're helping one another to achieve their highest level. We have a large group and a new coach, so we can manage trainings accordingly. The couple is traveling a lot. They visit meetings and competitions all across the globe. Practically, they live on the road. Yevhen proposed Olha long ago and even several times. His fiancée said yes, but they still haven't had a wedding. Which version of events should I tell about, the first or the second?
Первая была такая интересная.
The first proposal was surprising. I woke up in the morning and I saw that I have a ring on my finger. So Yevhen decided to do a proposal in this way. I was like, what's that?
Что это? Потом мне предложение сделано утром.
Later he proposed in the standard way. Will you marry me?
За меня и все остальное.
Потом после этого мы поехали на Кипр.
We went to Cyprus and I wrote a message in the sand on the beach. Will you marry me in English?
И как раз хорошая картинка.
The picture was beautiful, where the wave underlined the responding word yes. The frame came out well.
Хороший получился кадр.
Favorite meal? I like seafood, risotto, rice pilaf, everything, and dumplings.
Все, вареники.
I can cook. Lentil soup.
И что еще?
What else? And cake with brandied cherries. Favorite beverage? Iran. Olha and Yevhen like to travel and discover new countries to learn about the cultures, traditions, and cuisines of the world. Both of them love and know how to cook.
Я готовлю сладкое больше.
I prepare desserts more often, while Yevhen is more proficient in the main meals. He cooks well, and I try to learn.
Я тоже стараюсь.
Конечно, копирует
While she copies some of my recipes, she tries to add something. I say this is not acceptable, but overall, she does a good job. The desserts and sweets are her strong point. I am dealing more with salt. Olha tries not to concentrate on sports and dedicates her free time for self-development. She reads a lot, mainly psychology books and biographies of successful people. She loves to study foreign languages.
Она изучает английский язык, старается изучать итальянский.
She learns English, tries to learn Italian, and maybe she will learn Portuguese. I try to help Olha to learn about telecommunications, as it can be a big advantage in the future, because one day sports would lose its relevance. Maybe she will dedicate 10 more years to sports, and then it is crucial to have a so-called Plan B. Olha Liakhova graduated as a specialist in data security technologies. She studied at the Ternopil Financial Economic University. She hopes that in the future she will work in the professional field, and coaching in sports will remain for her a hobby.
Мне нравится тренировать, мне нравится говорить, вот, делай это.
I like to coach and I like to show what to do. Yevhen and I work out together at the gym, we exercise and I make up some of the routines. I like to explain and show routines and see when people follow my directions and advice as a sports trainer.
Вот, а так в будущем мне хочется просто...
In the future, I want to be successful and be engaged in work that I enjoy the most. I think it will be an aside to sports.
Думаю, со спортом не будет связано.
Favorite film? Forrest Gump. Favorite actors? Jared Leto, Tom Hanks. Favorite music? I listen to everything, popular music, classical, everything.
Классическую, все.
Favorite writer? Mirza Karim Norbekov, John Kehoe, Richard Branson. Olha does not have heroes in her discipline, 800-meter distance. She likes the performance of American runner in 400-meter distance, Allyson Felix.
Такая вот у нее красивая фигура.
She is astonishing, with a perfect figure, and she achieved every gold medal thanks to her hard work since early childhood. She's a spiritual person as well. She's simple, and I like her because of that.
Без всяких вот понтов.
I cheer for Alexander Usyk, Victor Vikrist. He trains under my father, Vasyl Lomachenko, basically all up-and-coming Ukrainian athletes.
за всех спортсменов.
Olha developed the character of a true champion since childhood. She always strived for success and never accepted other options in any competition. The winning at the first Ukrainian junior competition is the illustration of her character. Then coach said to her that with such results she must enter the first dozen athletes in her sport.
Я такая, десяточку? Не, я так не хочу, я выиграю.
I was like, what do you mean by the dozen? I don't want that. I will win. She laughed at me then, like, yeah, sure. I went there thinking that I can be first. I said to my parents and my dad was supportive. He said, you must win. I went there and indeed won the competition. Nobody expected that from me. Or they were shocked because there were no winnings lately. Coach was shocked as well. Such moments rely on psychology.
И это как бы такой момент, что именно часто и психология самое важное.
Since then, our heroine sets for herself only the highest goals. She has a good grasp of the major rule of sports: to challenge herself and not the opponent, avoid focusing on competition significance, learn how to deal with stress and concentrate on the key moment. Of course, sometimes there are failures, but she is on the right path. She has a goal: the European and World Championship and of course an Olympic gold medal.